Hey, Lord. Just a quick check-in. Is my audio okay with you tonight? Lord. Just a quick... Can you hear me okay? Can Oh, hello. Hello, Mr. Lord. Can you hear me okay? La-di-da-di-da. La-di-da. I'm speaking. Absolutely wonderful spanking. We're a little early, but let's get this show on the road. What do you think, Kim? What do you think, Greg? Okay, that's gonna go there. I'm gonna do this. And we're gonna do this right now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all are listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.
Shut up and sit down.
Here we go!
Would you kindly?
I think we're just getting started.
I'm a witcher. I think this is more than you can handle.
He sits on his ass all day.
Let's do this.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to episode 759 of the Overseas Connection podcast. I am your host this evening, Robin Tate, and I am in Ballymena in Northern Ireland. And it is the 19th of November 2023. My goodness, November is almost gone. Christmas music has started. There's Christmas trees. The kids are demanding Christmas carols in the car. Jasmine and Mum were away off at a Disney on Ice thing today, which was all Christmassy. Every shop you go into, the people must be going mad. Imagine listening to Christmas music from the beginning of October, middle of October, until Christmas time, and sometimes even after. It's kind of nutty. So it's all among us. All upon us. That's the word. Upon us. Okay, so there are three things that are very strange tonight. There's people not here. Let me explain. So Greg surprised us a week or so ago to say he just splurged and bought a new house. And this weekend he has an open house. And that's an American thing. It doesn't really happen here. People come and visit with the estate agent, but it's not like an open house where anybody can come along. So he has an open house all weekend, and he's tidied all his toys away. Thank you, Lord, for keeping me company. He's tidied all his toys away, so he has no computer to podcast with. Kim, because it is Thanksgiving week in the Americas of the USA, and I think everybody in the USA, like Africas and Americas, should learn things like maps. Anyway, it's Thanksgiving and she's at a Thanksgiving thing. She could have been here a little bit later, but I need to do this now because it's been nutty. Pete is exhausted. He's trying to get his work finished up. He finishes off work forever in a week, 2 weeks' time. And in between that and the canal boat getting it ready, because the house that he's in won't be available to them, I think it's until end of January. He has to have the houseboat ready to live in because they don't want to rent or buy anything else to have that houseboat. So that's kind of been a surprise. So it's just me tonight. And I kind of thought, well, we'll just have a chat. Just us. And there's this very special day. There's a certain thing that I really want to talk about. So let's get the normal stuff. So out of the way. So on a normal week, I'm just silence that phone. On a normal week, oh, it's not my phone, it's my watch. Imagine that. Yes, he's dragging his houseboat. Yes, he really is. I don't think to explain, Pete's houseboat wasn't quite ready to move into. I think it was a metal tub and everything in it looks like it's been taken out and put back in again. Anyway, on a normal week, we do this every single week at 9 o'clock UK time. And we go out live on YouTube. Please hit subscribe if you're on YouTube and subscribe if you're on Twitch. Hit a like. It really helps get it out. I'm learning that from my other sort of thing. And the hosts are generally always here. We are a mature set of gamers that love gaming. We've been gaming for years, and the gaming has become almost secondary to the friendships that we've all made out of this. So it's a lovely thing. But every week, and we've been going now, this is episode 759. That's kind of nutty. And I've been around for about 500 of those now. It's yeah, and pretty much every week. So the only time we ever really take a break is that Christmas week. So very, very, very rarely. So this is also a Thanksgiving week for those Americans, and they're getting stuck into their turkey early. I think Thanksgiving is actually probably bigger in America than it is here. Well, it's not big at all here. I mean, the only thing you've invested on us for Thanksgiving is Black Friday, which is next Friday, and it's already started in June. It's kind of nutty. So the Black Friday has now completely consumed everybody in the UK, and they have their turkey, but it's not a thing for us, of course, in the UK and Ireland. So we look forward to Christmas. And I kind of think that when the Americans get to Thanksgiving, that's like the year over. I mean, they take a few days off or a week off for Thanksgiving, and then they're all kind of off. It's kind of odd. Anyway, so I'm looking forward to Christmas. The kids are Christmas mad at the moment. There are no trees down in our house. So, anyway, so yeah, every week, 9 o'clock, 1 p.m. in the West Coast of America, 4 p.m. in the East Coast, and 3 p.m. in Central Time. So, let's get started. There are no birthdays that I know of this week. Good lad. Hello from YouTube. Hello from YouTube. I have a large echo because I have both Twitch and YouTube open. That's why it's not me, it's you. Oh, flip, get me nervous there. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to go talk about story time. So let's do the normal thing here.
Hooray, story time. Hooray, story time. I'm so glad to be with you today.
Okay, I have my American t-shirt on. It is Thanksgiving and all that. So it's been a crazy couple of weeks for me. My last week I was away off doing bongo duties on Sunday night. Thank you, podcast team. Bongo racing is really starting to take off. We've now bust the 500 subscribers, and it's climbing quite quickly now. I think it's 540 or somewhere around there, and so it's just amazing. But my own work has also ramped up massively. We're at a quad-ish or settled a few months. It's now just through the roof. It looks like I may have to go to Spain in a couple of weeks' time. I literally, at the end of last week, got dropped into doing a full store fit-out thing in Spain, but had to be open before Christmas. So I was consumed with it towards the end of the week. So it's just kind of nutty. And even this weekend, it's been so busy with our own kids, with foster kids. Joshua, my son, was in here from yesterday morning. He was doing Extra Life here for 24 hours from 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock this morning. So I didn't really want to come out here while he was there. It's a big space, but I didn't want to do that. And then so I've had the kids, and the kids were melting down because the weather's so bad and they can't get out. And it's just been, I haven't had a minute. I'm sure yous are like this. I need a minute to clear my head, and I haven't had that, and I'm a bit wound up. And yes, I can do bits and pieces, but I need peace and quiet. I need to be away from things to work on this and bongo and every racing and all those things, because there's just so many details. But it's just life, and I'm really happy to be part of that all, you know. But it is kind of nutty. It's kind of crazy how the tasks that you have in life, your job, family, wife, kids, balancing it all and trying to have a thing on the side like Bongo Racing and Overseas Connection podcast. It's just amazing how many things that we have to fill every bit of minute of our days. And I am blessed and thankful, as thankful Thanksgiving, that I'm able to do those things. So, and we had Glenn. He was up here with us yesterday as well. So he came up for the afternoon and had to drive into Belfast last night. And then there was the switching off. There was the switching on of the lights, and Santa Claus was arriving in Ballymena last night. So Judith had the kids in there with that. They melted down. Jasmine was put to bed without a story last night, kicking and screaming. That's the first ever we've done that, because Judith would have given. I went, no, not tonight. No, we put the foot down. You spare the rod and spoil the child. I don't know. We don't hit. We can't do that sort of thing. God, I'd love to, but you can't do that. So she was put down kicking and screaming last night. And tonight, 24 hours later, she's away to bed. Nice and quiet. So we had that. Then I took Glenn up the road home. But I had a lovely dinner arranged. I had a date night organised for last night. I had one of the nicest restaurants in Belfast, sorted just for Judith and I, called The Seahorse. It was going to be an 8-course gourmet meal with wine, just the two of us, just nice. And, Oh, but I have to take the kids to the Christmas thing, and Glenn's here, and you go down. Can you not change it? I thought we just sort of talked about that. Didn't know what we were going to do. Anyway, we'll push that back a week. We'll see what happens. So this week ahead, looks like it's going to be just as busy. Just as busy. I'm doing this now, and afterwards finished here. I'm going off to do a race and doing other things there. So, yeah, absolutely fantastic. Okay, let's get straight into it and talk, because I've got quite a bit to talk about, even though I'm here by myself tonight. Quite a bit to talk. Let's talk about some game stuff.
Shall we play a game?
I want to play a game.
You are one pathetic loser.
Okay, so PlayStation Plus and all that there, I'm going to quickly rattle through these. The free stuff, Mafia 2, Aliens Fireteam Elite, Dragon Ball The Breakers, Amazon Prime have a lot of stuff on, Rage 2, Centipede, Evans Remains, Behind the Frame, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, The Dungeon of Nibelung, Black Widow Recharge, Caverns of Mars, Orton Was the Case, and in the Epic Game Store you've got Golden Light, Earthlocks, and Surviving the Aftermath. You're halfway through the month, so go and get those. In fact, even the Epic Game Stores ones, the Golden Light is gone, so it is Earthlock and Surviving the Aftermath that you have to grab between now and the 23rd. So that's something you have to do. Okay, I'm going to try something a little bit different. I'm going to do different things. Okay, where is it? Okay, different. And we're going to talk about some gaming stuff now. And I'm going to talk about the stuff that I've been up to straight off. Get that there, can go that way just a tad. Okay, different things. Let's talk about the games that I've been playing. And guess what I've been playing? Okay, let's get away from the boring Overseas Connection background. And let's go for new and exciting background. Okay, so this week at Bongo Racing, it was another round of the Warrior Championship, and the Warrior Championship is a 6-week series, and the whole idea is that new people can come along, get faster. There's gold, there's silver, and there's bronze tiers, so everybody gets the chance to race. And all week I have the server set up that people can practice. And this was always going to be a mixed event. So it was going to be not terribly wet. It was going to be damp and sort of random real weather. And all week long on the server, it was moist. Like moistish. Moist. It was not what we got. So qualifying started. The heavens opened. It was, if you're watching this on the screen right now, it's like a damp day in November in Belfast. The rain is pelting. The wipers are on full. It was wet, wet, wet. Now, my racers are old. And most of, when you race with a set of course of competizione, you generally don't race in the wet. It's usually the dry. And I'm trying to help people learn and get better skills. But this was an amazing step forward. We had almost 30 people on the grid. And there was a panic. Anyway, it was a fantastic race. The championship has turned on its backside, on its head. Dan Mathias, who was leading the overall championship, he got messed up in a first corner incident. Davy Mack from Scotland, he also got involved in that. He's the head of the Silver Championship, and he got involved in a first corner incident. And yeah, it was all a bit messy. I qualified in second. We're thousands of tenths away from qualifying in pole. And I led for about 10 laps. And Mark Henry, who's 61, by the way, overtook me. He's one of the fastest guys that we have. He overtook me, and he went on to win the race. And I ended up in third overall. But I'm very, very pleased with that. That's really good. In these awful, awful conditions, it was stunning. Let me scrub here a little bit to see if I can find what it looks like when you're behind. Because it was fine for me when I was in the lead. But let me see if I can get what it looks like when you're behind people. Look at this. If you can see this here. Now, can you imagine the guy in who qualified almost 30th? My heartbeat here. Oh, that side is 112 beats per minute at this point because I'm crapping myself. But can you imagine the guy who's down in 27th or 28th place on the back of the grid, first lap? He can't see anything. It's just, and that's only one car in front of me. Can you imagine having 27 in front of you? So the race was extremely successful. It was bloody hard work. It was an hour-long race in Kyalami in South Africa, and I am so proud of the racers. Yes, there were some incidents. Yes, there was a racing incident. It wasn't malicious. That's the difference with some of the other servers and other channels that race. People will put you off vindictively. Now, I know it's going to be harder to control as the whole thing grows. I think that could be a challenge, of course. As the whole thing grows, it will be hard because I won't know everybody. And at the moment, I think there's 34 people in this championship and other people that drop in and out that aren't involved in the championship. But at the moment, it's respectful, very fast, very, very competitive racing. And there's people, it's blowing me away at how many people are involved. I mean, and how come and race with us. I mean, from Ireland, England, Scotland, Wales, France, Sweden, Czech Republic, just America. There's multiple people. It is fantastic. Excuse me. And I'm having an absolute ball with it. Really good. And the whole growth of the YouTube thing is kind of cool. It's not vital, but it's kind of cool. Seeing that grow. But bigger than that is this community, just like the Overseas Connection podcast community. It is kind of class. We've all become friends over the years. Some of us have been lucky enough to meet, and I hope I can do that with the racing guys as well, and start to meet with them. Okay, so there's 2 more rounds left for the season. I'm pushing it back to miss Thanksgiving because Thanksgiving is Thursday and we had a Thursday night race. So I think there's next time is Valencia, and then we finish off a mixed race. Hopefully it won't be this wet in Monza in Italy, where I was lucky enough to visit in real life earlier on this year. And already the work is going on in the background for season 2. So there'll be a shakedown race where we grade people in the early new year. And then we'll start off the racing in probably the 14th, I think it is, of January. And the new season will start. And there's going to be new graphics, going to look very old, very, very professional. There's going to be new liveries, a whole new membership thing, and people will get access to skins for cars. I suppose it's the easiest way to describe them. The skins for the cars. Members will get freebies, and longer term members will get free mugs and t-shirts and all manner of thing. I got a mug press. It's really cool. I made my own mugs for the very first time. I'm very chuffed. I was buying mugs, printed ones, and I bought a mug press, and I made my first mugs, and it worked out really well. I'm very impressed. So merch, I'm making my own merch. How about that? So yeah, so all that work for season 2 is going on in the background. Already the registration forms have been built. I have people much cleverer than me working on code in the background and building databases that when you go onto the Bongos Bits website, you'll be able to go on and drill into your profile and see the results from previous races, the cars that you've driven, the races that you've been in, and a whole pile of stuff like that. So it's all getting very exciting. And it's very important to me that I do this all in-house rather than, because it's a lot of this stuff is already available. So, but it's third party with other people's names all over it, and I don't want that. I want to have it all inside, Bongo first. That's what it's all about, because I think that's the right way to make the thing grow properly. So that's what I've been up to. Doing a bit of racing. We're doing Bongo Roulette tonight, which is we spin the wheel for the track and we spin the wheel for the conditions, and that's what comes up. We do some quick sprint races for fun on a Sunday night. So that's what's going to happen later on. And if you go to my YouTube channel, Bongos Bits, if you're listening live, from 9:30, 9:45 onwards, that's what you're going to see for an hour and a half or 2 hours. And that's what it's going to be. Okay, so that's what I've been up to. As you know, that's the main thing. But we'll get to some more stuff in a mo or two. So I'm just going to be a bit rustic here and just pause that for now. And let's see. If I just bring actually the start of the race, so you can see here the size of this flipping grid. Where's the start of the race? Yeah, let's get the start of the race because you'll see what I mean by this mist. What do you see? I think this is this the start of the race? Let's get the start here. Hold on. There we go. That's what we'll see if you see some of the before I finish on the ACC stuff. Oh, this is me on the right hand side. That was that first corner incident. Oh, I'm just jumping around here. That's not me. Yeah. See, I'm going to make you sick as well. He's all hate this. Okay, I'm jumping around. I'm trying to jump around. Anyway, that's enough of the ACC stuff. Okay, so let's just pause that just a second. Pause. Look at that. Look how dark that is. Let's pause that. So there are new things, not new things, but there are things happening around the gaming world this week coming. And I had touched on a part of it. And I want to touch you a little bit more. So I'm going to bring these notes up here, and I want to zoom a little bit, and we're going to talk some newsy stuff, I suppose, because this is kind of where it's at. Doink. Okay, news.
Here is the fucking news.
There. Okay. You see that horrible thing that's on the main live screen right now? If you're watching the video, remove the branding from Restream. I hate that. Everybody has their hand out. Restream's great, but anyway, I'll finish my tea. Okay, this is Black Friday. What are you hunting for? What are you hoping to get? Is there things on your shopping list? Nice fruity tea. Okay. So it doesn't take. I could pull up Black Friday deals, but there's lots of them and they're everywhere. But can we look across a little thing here now about where you actually buy, or where people over the years now buy most of their Black Friday shopping stuff? Now, again, this is American focus, but over 53% of people buy from Amazon. And then Best Buy, Walmart, Target, Costco, and other. And I'm quite sure if you go to the UK, it's Amazon, I don't know, Tesco's, Argos, Asda, blah, 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 blah. Same sort of idea. But Amazon, with over 50% of the market share, I mean, what a monster. So that's where you get the stuff. But what do you want? Is there things you're after? Is there a game? How do you do it? Because like I remember when Black Friday. I remember when Black Friday first started, and when you went on to Amazon, because they were pretty much the ones that were championing it here over in the UK, was they had all the offers and the things that were coming up, and it was like a 73.5 function Swiss Army knife. That you never ever thought about buying, but you did, or a boiled egg cooker. There's just so many things that it looked like it was just the end of the stock. And if you went through all those deals, you end up buying stuff that you would never. It's like going to take TK Maxx, trying to find something, and you end up buying. You're going for a jacket, and you come out with, I don't know, a cock cage. Sorry, Pete. Yeah, so do you randomly buy on Black Friday, game-wise, or is there things that you're looking for? Now, for me, I use a lot of Elgato stuff. So I use Elgato key lights now, and this is an Elgato camera that I'm now in. My Elgato Stream Decks, the little button boxes. I've got one new one, the big one, and the little one, and the little one doesn't quite like the new one. So I was thinking maybe I get a new Stream Deck, the smaller version. I'll maybe get another key light because they're half price. So the key lights that I buy, this boyo here that's making me look beautiful, are half price. So they're usually 140 quid, and they're, well, 140, almost half price. They're £79. So it's a big saving. So I know when I've been looking around, Nintendo have some really good discounts on software, which is something like they don't do. I mean, it still means that their stuff's expensive, but looking at some of the prices of games now, they're down like at $40 and $30, where usually their games are at the same price forever. In fact, I was reading earlier on about Mario Kart has fallen out of the charts, the top 20 charts, for the first time in 8 years. My goodness, they've sold a bob or two of those, haven't they? So, I mean, are you after a Switch? Are you after a Steam Deck? Is there a piece of hardware that you're after? Let us know. Send us a message, either a comment underneath this video, send us an email, or send us a tweet. You do all those things that, that's that stuff. Or send it to any one of us. You can go on to X. See, I'm not going to mention the other name. You can go into X and send an X to @OC_Murphy's Law, or you can send an X at Pongo the Scene, or you can send an X at GamerGirl26. I've got 67 on that. It's 27. At GamerGirl27. It's not 67. Is it 67? Am I getting that old? I can't remember. It is. It's GamerGirl27. Because that's her age. She's not 67. I don't think she's 67. Is Kim 67? No. So, yeah, I'm after some streamy stuff. I know Judith, she went into the Nike store and she had got 30% off, and because she was a member, she got another 30% off, and she came in with loads of orange boxes of Nike yesterday and said, look how much I saved. She says, yeah, Judith, you were saving money by spending money. It's fabulous. Classic. So, yeah, Black Friday. I hope you get something really nice this week. I mean, I don't know if does it get really special on Friday? Or, maybe there's some companies that only do Friday. I know a lot of the sim racing companies that, all of their sales are on right now. I don't know if they get better on Friday if you hold off. I think there's the fear of, oh, they'll run out of stock. I better get it now. Fear. Oh, buy now. So, maybe there's a bit of that. So, I don't know. Tell me what you want. I'm not buying it for you. Just tell me what you want. All right. It is a very special time. And it's a very special time because there is a very special birthday going on just at the moment. And I want to talk about that and reminisce a little bit about this thing. And here we go.
The Black Mesa Transit System. This automated train is provided for the security and convenience of the Black Mesa Research Facility personnel. The time is 8:47 a.m. Current topside temperature is 93 degrees, with an estimated high of 105. The Black Mesa compound is maintained at a pleasant 68 degrees at all times. This train is inbound from Level 3 dormitories to Sector C test labs and control.
Okay. So, if you haven't realized already, this is the original Half-Life. Oh, Cyber Monday, of course. Sorry, I've just been reminded. After Friday, there's a Cyber Monday, but does Cyber Monday even count anymore? It just seems to be all the time. Okay, so I have Half-Life running up here. Hopefully, the volume isn't too loud on that. That's the original Half-Life. And if I was to tell you something here about how old Half-Life is, you're going to feel very old. So Half-Life was released on November the 19th, which is today, in 1998. That's, what, 25 years ago? And I think Half-Life still adds up to one of the best games that you can still play. Now, there are versions with graphical updates. You don't have to play it quite like this. But even still, I think it's fine. It was released on November the 19th, 1988. And it absolutely became one of the most influential games in first-person shooter genre and the industry as an absolute whole. If you think about it, I mean, it spawned a whole series of games, 5 main ones, but it also influenced creation of mods, and they themselves eventually became massive standalone products like Counter-Strike, the unofficial remake, released in 2020 called Black Mesa, which is the updated version. And people at the time, and people like IGN and people like that, said that Half-Life was a tour de force of a game. It was the definitive single-player first-person shooter. And I actually still believe that Half-Life and Half-Life 2 are probably some of the very, very best single-player adventure story things that you could get your head around. I adore it. I have played this game so many times, and I'm sure I'll play it again. I just think the gameplay was great. I think the slightly bit of horror was great, and the character, this mute character of Gordon Freeman, who never said anything, but he still had a personality. There was a whole YouTube little mini shorts series, they weren't called shorts back then, called Freeman's Brain, and they were very, very short little tiny things, and it was like a psychiatrist sitting down with Gordon Freeman talking about Gordon Freeman's brain and what was going on in it, and it was just so funny and brilliant. I'm sure they're still available. Just check those out. So anyway, Half-Life has been given an update by Steam and Valve, and it's free to play on its 25th anniversary. There are new updates, and that it is now becoming it's going to have Steam Deck verification, so you can play it not with odd controls, but it'll be verified for your Steam Deck now as well, with new graphic settings and there's new multiplayer maps, and there's so much more. And what Valve have said, they've rolled out this massive 25th anniversary update for Half-Life, with the company deeming this anniversary version of the Half-Life to be the definitive way to experience this late 90s classic. A few highlights in the new update include Half-Life finally getting verification for Steam Deck, updating the in-game menu design to look more like the one found in the original 1998 game, and UI scaling to allow for higher resolutions. So, and if you have yet to play Half-Life, the Steam version is free to obtain, and it was completely free of charge briefly yesterday, but there's a special promotion back up on Steam, with users having until tomorrow to claim a copy for their digital library. And beyond that update, if you go to YouTube today, Black Mesa, I loved it. Yeah, really, really good. You know what? I'll get back to that point, Lord, about it. There's a brand. If you go to chain of thought, if you go to YouTube today, they've launched. There's been several documentaries, but there's a brand new documentary. It's about an hour or 10 minutes long, about the original development from the original development team, sharing their memories about the creation of Half-Life and their thoughts on it. So and that's a lovely, very, very well produced documentary, which has been made by Valve themselves. So 1998. Imagine. I still have original copies. I have the orange box that came. And I mean, imagine, in that the orange box, which was like if you think about Portal, again, Portal was a spin-off of this too. So many things came from this. Half-Life, the multiplayer in Half-Life 2, and as Lord says, the opening cutscene is one of the very, very best cutscenes in all time. I mean, the things that I remember, like when you're going through and playing it, is the creepy bits going through the odd platforming stuff, with the green slime, and also the bit of the beach when you get in the beach, and it's one of those games where you sort of held on to you didn't want to shoot your weapons, and you got that machine gun and you wanted to use it, and there was a rock grenade launcher, and the sounds are so good. It's funny actually, the sounds that are used in which game is it? Is it Assetto Corsa? The little selection noises have been used so many times. I've used them back in my internet days, and we built websites, and when you the little buttons, that noise, I've used that over and over again, because when you opened up the file of the actual game itself, there was all of those wave files were there. The original sound files, they weren't buried in code; they were there as real live files. So I loved it. It's Half-Life 2. I mean, there was stuff about the airboat stuff, all of that stuff. Just there's those weird things. Let's scrub through this. I've got the full playthrough of the game here. Let's get to the big bad bit where he does the thing. There it is. There. Let's turn the volume up and listen to this for a second.
Predictable phase arrays.
All looks fine. All looks fine, Gordon. All looks good.
Stage 2 emitters activating now.
And it goes a bit crazy. If you've never played this game, it's fabulous. Play it. Don't care if you're only 25 or 21 years old. Play this game.
Overhead capacitors to 105%.
A treat. Look at this. Do you remember this?
Probably not a problem.
Here we go.
But I'm showing a small discrepancy in, no, it's well within acceptable bounds again. Sustaining sequence.
informed that the sample is ready, Gordon. It should be coming up.
Okay, did it happen? Did it happen? Did it happen? Oh, it's happened. Let's get it. Oh, there's the bad bit. Oh, Team Fortress 2. Wow, yeah, absolutely. Goodness, Team Fortress 2. This is where it all went wrong. You had your torch and that clip, and the sound of your, even the sounds of when you were going to the packs on the wall to get your suit recharged. Those noises are brilliant. Oh, what the hell's going on? What are these creatures? Ah! I was like, what the hell is going on? Oh, wow. Unforeseen circumstances. Anyway, this is just a little reminisce down memory lane for me for Half-Life and all of the stuff that Half-Life has given us and all the wonderful games and wonderful spin-offs that are here. Funny going into the sort of the backstory of it, you know, when you read into it that Valve themselves at the time, as inspirational as they were at that stage, they were disappointed with the lack of innovation in first-person shooters, and they wanted to come up with something themselves that was immersive rather than just a shooting gallery. And I suppose that's maybe what was a real difference. There was real shooting and fighting and a bit of horror, but there was a story. And you know, when you went from area to area, yes, there was a tiny pause for loading, but it was almost uninterrupted control of the character, and it was all like little scenes and scripted stuff, and it was so cool. So it did it got acclaim for pretty much everything, you know, the graphics, the gameplay, the narrative. It won more than 50 PC Game of the Year awards, and it is still considered as one of the most influential first-person shooter games of the day. So there's different expansion packs, Opposing Force, Blue Shift, and they were developed by Gearbox. And then it was ported over to the PlayStation 2 in 2001. Weren't great. I had it on the Xbox. I played it on Xbox as well, not just PC. See, OS X, Linux, everything. Wow. And then 2020, Crowbar Collective released the unofficial remake of Black Mesa, and that's the high graphic side of things. So, Counter-Strike, David Defeat, 7 Co-op, Half-Life 2, Half-Life 2 Episode 1, Episode 2, Half-Life Alyx. Oh yeah, Alyx was the VR version too. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm reminiscing so much about Half-Life. I love it. You should love it too. Enough of the Half-Life talk, Rob. Enough of the Half-Life talk. Oh, so here it is. Where is that? Yeah, here it is. Here, look, this is the documentary. So there's a documentary, and the documentary is called Half-Life 25th Anniversary Documentary.
And welcome to the Black Mesa Transit System.
And put kind of my likeness on the early Gordon.
So it's going into the original artwork and all the stuff us nerds like. So this is a higher quality version. They're looking at your better graphics. There's the levels, weapon design, sound design, level design, narrative, voice acting. So yeah, that's well worth a watch. I'll just keep it on in the background there. Or no, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll bring up some of the OC guys and put them in the background. Those useless people around here. Better stop the Half-Life. Gordon, don't shoot anybody else. Stop. Yeah. Let's stop all this stuff here. And let's let those guys go. Right. Now, where are my notes? So I hope you don't mind me doing this sort of general chit-chat stuff. It just seems to be the way of it tonight. Where are my notes? There are my notes. Okay. Right. One other thing that I just want to have a chat about is Call of Duty. So the new Call of Duty is out, and something similar almost to Half-Life, but Call of Duty now, if we take the top 10, if you had to rate your games in a top 10, where would they be? Now, I played most of them. I haven't played the last few years, but I have played most of them. And I'm looking at a list here of the top 10s and see if you agree with some of this stuff. So top 10 in their list is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Okay, fair enough. In fact, I'm not even going to go through this list. I'm going to go straight to the top and see if I agree. And when I get bored, I'll stop. The overall, and this was a poll done by IGN, and their top Call of Duty of all time was Modern Warfare, the original Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare in 2007. Still think that game holds up. Now, I didn't join the Call of Duty bandwagon until slightly later than that, but I did go back and played this. But the big difference here was that how they perfected. I'm going to bring that up to the top screen as well. You'll want this. You want to see this. And what I'm going to do is, that's on IGN, and I'm going to zoom in on that just a little bit here too, so you can see some of the stuff that I'm looking at. And get up there. For me, it was the multiplayer. The multiplayer was fantastic, and calling in the strikes and the flyovers and the drops. That was a big difference here as well, and the realism of it felt good. I mean, there were other Call of Duties, but this here was where that whole COD thing really started. Not the ones before it, but here. So I think that's worthy. For me, where I started my Call of Duty run, and still one that's close to my heart, is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I played this to death. In fact, I blame this game on having me sitting here right now. This is the game that I was called out on for not finishing games and only playing COD and only playing bits and pieces of games. And I should... Was it Half-Life? No, it couldn't have been. Couldn't have been. No, I think it was BioShock. I was told to go and play and finish some games. But I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 to death. I was pretty good at it. I had prestiged maybe 5 or 6 times. It was ridiculous. And I just loved the gameplay and the flow and the speed of it. And knew every map and every inch of it. And when there wasn't people in servers, I would run around learning the map and trying to find the edge that I could stand on and hide. And and there's so many different people at the time. The YouTube creators. They really started with this. So again, I agree. This here is a number 2. This is cracker. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. It had that controversial no Russians scene. So no, that was it too. Then they have Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, which is 2019, which is recent enough. Spoilers. I'm not going to do the spoilers. They have that as third. They have Call of Duty 2, which was back in the Xbox 360 days, and I remember that beachheady stuff and spamming grenades. I mean, I went back to some of this and actually played these after the fact, and when I started to get into podcasting and learning more and more about games, I went back and played these, and it was like never before. I mean, really, it was class. So. Call of Duty 3 too. Would you have it there that high up as well? Black Ops, another very good one. It got a bit weird and wonderful for a while. There's the famous map, the Nuketown in multiplayer. Was kind of cool. Breaking news. What's the breaking news? Oh, Jimmy Carter's wife has died. There you go. What do you do? I could take a drink. Black Ops, yes, because that was a different way. Because they weren't popping around. It was the different developers, and your Nazi zombies came back as well. So that was good. So that's number 5. They have is Black. Again, I'm okay with the top 5 so far. Well, sorry, I don't really know about that. Modern Warfare. That was when your man came back again. I haven't played that one. That's where I'm out. I'm out of here. So I can't talk the book. So I would say Call of Duty 2, Modern Warfare 2, and Modern Warfare the original. I'm on board with those. Black Ops, yes, I'm quite happy with that. The original Call of Duty, I think it's quaint. It's quaint. But I don't. Yeah, they mentioned Medal of Honor and Battlefield 1942 here. Yeah, it was okay. It's all right, fine and dandy. But yeah, it is dated. Where some of, if you look at even, 2009 Call of Duty Modern Warfare still looks playable and still is fun to play. But yeah, it's quaint. But fair enough. World at War, played that one too. It was all right. Zombies, World at War. See, yeah. Black Ops 2, I know that's a fan favorite, but it's way down the pile. Modern Warfare 3, and this is where starts to get really samey for me. And Black Ops Cold War. So I've played, some, but for me, I just, maybe it's because I'm old. If I had to pick up a Call of Duty game now and said, right guys, I've got 2 or 3 Xbox 360s laying around here. Let's do a little LAN. Let's bring up this bad boy, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and let's have a blast. I think, and multiplayer, I think it'll be great. So, there you go. How would you rate? What is your favorite Call of Duty game? What would your favorite? Is it the first one, which is 4? Or is it are you like me, which is... I'm Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Are you into zombies? Are you into some of the newer games? Or do you like the Call of Duty original even more? Is there something about it that I've completely missed? Or do you not like Call of Duty at all? There you go. Let us know. Let us know. Oh, look at them people. They're not here this week, but they're still chatting away. Look at your man up. Oh, see, fingers can't go there. See him left. He's up in the other corner. He's laughing now. Oh, Greg, you're so funny. I miss you, Greg. I miss you, Kim. Anyway, all right. So let's talk about what is coming out this week. New releases for the week of November the 19th to the 26th. You've got Jurassic Park Classic Games Collection for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, PC. There's no and there. It needed an and. And that's on November the 22nd. And then we have June, or Dune. The desert thing. Spice Wars. It's not about the Spice Girls. It's about desert and stand. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I'll tell you what I want. I want Dune. And it's on Xbox Series X and S on November the 28th. We have Rollerdrome. That could be about roller skating, or it could be 1970s washing at home when you had one of those twin tub washing machines and you got them out and you had a roller that you put your washing through to roll it. So it could be, I don't know which one it is. It could be roller skating, or it could be like a 1970s washing simulator. I'm not quite sure. And believe it or not, that are all the new releases for the week coming. I think it's just starting to quieten down. You've got, I suppose it is Thanksgiving week when they're thankful for turkey and tall hats and beards and I don't know, James Cameron. I'm not quite sure. Who else are they thankful for? Let me see. Really great Americans that are inspiring. The guy who made Back to the Future. Yeah, the guy with, he's Parkinson's or no, he's Canadian. Oh, yeah. Really good singers like classical one like Celine Dion. No, she's Canadian. Really fantastic engineers that are really, really clever and have changed the world with their designs and innovations, like Elon Musk. Oh yeah, he's South African. There must be at least one good American we can be thankful for. Anyway, yes, Lord, Modern Warfare 2. There you go. You're the man. We'll get that going again. I would love to do that. Imagine getting Modern Warfare 2 for everybody to play with again. So those are the new releases. And there, play dates. This week, it looks like the Minecraft Realm is back up again. Contact Phil at Filthy on X. And I think that's up for a month or so, coming up to Christmas time. Wednesday nights, they do a mix of Halo, Modern Warfare, and that's 8 o'clock UK time for about an hour when Greg's on his lunch in Lincoln, in California. And then for me, on Thursday, we have pushed back ACC, the Warriors series, because it's on Thanksgiving, and we're having a turkey shoot on Thursday evening, the Thanksgiving turkey shoot, and we'll be racing for 1 hour at Spa from 9:30 in the UK. It's a fun night. We'll have fun. We'll do Thanksgiving-y things and have a bit of a laugh with it, and it should be a bit good. Oh, I didn't use the mini me. Look what you see. I've got a mini me. Hold on. You want to see mini me? Mini me. Hello. Hey, mini me. Big me. Back to big me. Bigger me. Anyway, so those are the play dates, and that's it. So email the show at podcast@ocpod.com. Tweet us at @OC_podcast, and the Facebook, which is fb.ocpod.com, and leave us a review. Hit subscribe on that YouTube or Twitch, please. That would be really, really nice. And contact any of the team. I know Greg wants to give things away, a house. His wife, no, he doesn't want to give away his house. And, Kim's always in need of a hug. Or beer. Both, but if she can't get one, she'll choose the beer. So, contact any of us. And if you are an American, and this is Thanksgiving week for you, happy Thanksgiving to you, and whatever you do you have Thanksgiving crackers? I don't know. What apart from turkey, and do you have speeches? Do you really sit round the table and go, I'm thankful for you, Kim. Kim, I think you're wonderful, and I'm glad to know you, and you lighten my life. Greg, I'm forced to know you, pleased to know you, and I wish I had a body like yours. But if I can't have a body like yours, I'll have Kim's beer. Is that what you do that on Thanksgiving? I don't know. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see you back here next weekend with the team. We'll all be here. So that's a wee solo show done by yours truly. If you're watching it on video, we talked about Half-Life. We talked about Black Friday. We talked about Modern Warfare. And we talked about life. Or I did. And Lord was in the chat. And he was a good lad. He kept me company. He did what he said he was going to do on the tin. So thank you very much for watching me in this slightly different show. I think I quite like the green screen thing that I'm all of here. It's quite good, isn't it? I'm here. I mean, if I switch the lights off, will I get all... See? No, I don't want to kill the mystery. Anyway, I'm going to finish off here now, and I will see you next week, and there'll be more of me. Not more of me, there'll be more of the other ones, the people. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening. The audio version goes up. I don't need to... If I'm telling you this, you're listening to it, so it doesn't bloody matter. But if you're watching this live and you want to listen to it all again, you can do that. And it'll be published tomorrow at some stage, and it'll go on all the places that you get your audio podcasts. So, thank you. Goodbye. See yous.
Thank you for listening to the Overseas Connection podcast.